never think it's fair when you have to follow Dr. Snyder, although I was happy not to be him last year. Good morning. I'm Shannon Clancy, and it's my privilege to serve as the Director of Development at St. Vincent de Paul. When I was younger, I was deathly afraid of public speaking. And if I were to be perfectly honest with you, I would tell you that it's still hard. It's a big room. But I had an experience several years ago when I was speaking in front of a group as large as this that changed my thinking forever. It was the moment that I realized that it had nothing to do with me and with my fear, and everything to do with them, those who I was meant to serve, the children and families and individuals who have no voice in our society, those whose cries aren't loud enough or dramatic enough to be heard, that I was to use my voice to allow their voices to speak. So I may appear to stand alone before you, but I'm not. And it may be my voice you hear, but it's not. So I am flanked by thousands of men, women, and children in our community whose voices never make it to a podium in a ballroom like this. Those who cry out for help with nowhere to turn. Or worse, much worse, those who cry out to St. Vincent de Paul who come to us for assistance. And we have to turn them away because we don't have the resources to help them. It's the father who says, all I ever wanted was a job to be able to support my family. Or a homeless veteran who says, for once, I wish someone would look at me instead of through me. Or a seriously ill young mother with no health care who says, please, help me live long enough so that I can see my children grow up. These are the voices that go unheard in our community. And this morning, I ask you to listen, to actually hear them, and to respond. There's a great danger in presenting the needs of the community in this way. For so many of us, we take a look around and we see so much need that we get overwhelmed by it. We say to ourselves, we just can't help everyone. It's too big, it's too much, and we do nothing. Or we assign the task of helping people to someone else, someone with more money, more time, the saints or the superheroes, not the ordinary people like us. But what if you knew it was your dollar that helped that father find a job to support his family? What if it was your dollar that gave that veteran a home and the love and support that he craved? What if it was your dollar that got that mom into our clinic so our clinic director, Janice Ertl, could fight for her treatment? Would that be a dollar well spent? Because that's what your dollars do every day, small and large, throughout our community at St. Vincent de Paul. And the seeming saints and superheroes are ordinary people just like us. And the thing that sets them apart is that they actually hear the voices and they don't turn away. They can't turn away. Those of you who were here last year might remember that we had a large challenge gift that helped us for the first time in St. Vincent de Paul's history to raise over $1 million in one morning. It was extraordinary. And I have thought of that day often in the last several months as this day approached. We knew it was going to be very difficult for us to get another $500,000 match, but we worked really hard. But as this great day grew closer, it became increasingly clear that we just weren't going to get there. And as hard as it was for me, knowing the consequences for this organization and the people in our community who are waiting to be served, I had to make my peace with the idea that our efforts just weren't going to be good enough. That was a Friday, exactly 3 weeks ago today. The following Monday, a woman came to visit. She told us a story about two sisters named Anne and Teresa, that they had been her second mothers, and they had helped raise her and her brothers in Phoenix, that they were simple, faithful Catholic women who valued family, who worked hard, who were devoted to their church, to children, and to the work of St. Vincent de Paul. That the second of them, Anne, had recently passed away at age 98, and she had left a gift to us. And that gift was the exact amount that we needed to get to a $500,000 match. That woman who came to visit is here with us today, and I won't ask her to stand, and I won't give her name, because she is as humble and gracious as I imagine that Anne and Teresa were in their lifetimes. But I will thank her for reminding me that miracles are possible at St. Vincent de Paul, and that their greatest gift is the impact that they have on your spirit and your soul. On another day, I might stand before you and say that I was thrilled or excited to announce that we have a $500,000 matching gift in place this morning. But today, I have to say I am truly humbled. I'm humbled by the legacy that these two ordinary women left to us, and the opportunity that they and other challenge donors have created for us in this room this morning to make miracles happen in our community, for people who are down on their knees, recognizing that their efforts to pay the light bill or stay in their home or put food on the table or buy diapers for their child or get home to Prescott, their efforts just aren't going to be good enough. And they need a miracle. And St. Vincent de Paul is that miracle for them. We can be that miracle for them with our help. Thanks to their support, every gift that you make will have double the impact, and they've given us an opportunity to once again raise over $1 million this morning. None of us is asked to do everything, but today I ask you to do something, to listen to the voices, to give generously, so that none, not one person, not one opportunity to create a miracle in our community is lost. And to help us do that, I'd like to ask our table captains to please pass our gift forms around.